What up guys, Fojo here, and today I'm coming to you with a tip for a dungeon. Nothing crazy, but maybe it'll help you get through Tempest Hard Dungeon. It's for the boss Neishatun. I'm probably saying that terribly wrong, but also referred to as a snake boss in Tempest. But real quick, if you guys could like the video and subscribe to the channel, it'd help me out a ton. Over 80% of you guys are not subscribed, and that would help me out so much if you guys could do that really quick. And also leave a comment if you knew about this or if you have any other dungeon tips that you think the community should know about and you think should be brought to attention. There's just one little thing that I was told by a player. I tested it out a couple times and made sure it was true and wanted to make sure it was doable and wanted to go through and test it myself. But it was true and it helps get through this boss really easy. You don't have to deal with the fire stacks nearly as much as you would normally. It kind of gives you a way to read the fire circles a little better. Now, many of you have been probably using this already and knew about this, but I wanted to put this out there so if somebody didn't know about it, then they can use it and help them get to the dungeon a little easier. When this first came out, this boss was the hardest one for me and my friends and made it very difficult to get through here. I remember coming in here on the first day, just trying our best to get past it. The toughest thing about this part of the dungeon, I think, is the fire circles and the stacks of fire damage that get put on you. And if you can avoid that, the dungeon really isn't that hard of a dungeon and makes this boss a lot easier to deal with. You get a fire stack every time a circle pops on you or every time a orb goes off and you don't damage it down fast enough. As fire stacks on top of you get to the point where you can't out heal them and you cannot survive while the fire stacks are on top of you. So during the second phase of this, we'll be able to dodge these circles with 100% accuracy easily. And so during the first phase, you just kind of have to guess and dodge around these circles the best you can to get out of them. They're just kind of random. I haven't figured out an order for these at all yet, so they might just be random completely. But for the second set of circles, whenever you see the mob start to spawn, do not kill the mob. Wherever these mobs are spawning and standing will not be where circles are. So if there is a mob standing there before these circles pop, there will not be a circle on that area. And so when you're over here, just knock these mobs down, block them, just do not kill them. Because wherever they're standing, there will not be a fire stack. Over here, you're going to see that there's multiple people standing here and mobs. We're not killing them, we're just blocking them. And so we're guaranteed to not be in a fire circle. And I've tested it multiple times. It works every single time in this dungeon. So just make sure not to kill these guys until you get past all the circles and then you can just keep knocking them down and blocking them until that point. But they're pretty easy to get past. They're not going to do a lot of damage to you. Knockdowns work great during this part. So if you have a spear or a hammer, perfect for this. But after that, it's just normal dungeon. Makes it so you don't have to worry about the fire stacks not nearly as much as you did. Like I said, this may have been something that you guys knew, or a lot of you already knew, but I just wanted to help out and see if anybody knew this or needed to know this to help get through this dungeon. I enjoy Tempest Hard Dungeon a ton, so I want other people to enjoy it just as much as I do. Hopefully this little secret helps you get past this dungeon and defeat Neishatun. Again, probably mispronouncing that completely, but the snake boss will be easier to get past for you. I've got to say I was super sad when the dungeon first came out because a ton of people were cheesing it and making it to where it was kind of not fun to play through some of the time. I understand players want to figure out new things and to find ways to get past bosses really easy and get loot, but it made it to where I almost didn't want to play it for a while. But now it's nice because you can actually go through, learn the mechanics, and figure it out for yourself. I really do enjoy that part of New World and gaming in general is like going through and finding new parts of the game and how to deal with them. I can't tell you how excited I was the first time I ran Tempest, and even though I had to fight bosses tons and tons of times to figure out exactly what made them tick and how they worked, it was a lot of fun for me, and that process is just something I enjoy. I hope that maybe this tip can help you out and get you through this dungeon. If I find anything else about new dungeons or how to get through them, I will definitely post them and hopefully they help. But thank you guys so much for watching. Listen to me talk about this dungeon tip. Hopefully it helps out a little bit. If it doesn't, sorry, but hopefully it does. And let me know in the comments if you have any other tips for this dungeon or other dungeon. If you like the video and subscribe to the channel, it means a ton to me. But we'll have more videos out soon. I hope to see you there.